Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video where today guys I'm just going to be doing a video basically saying what I think is going to happen this season regarding the top three, top four for the Premier League, and I'm also going to be doing bottom four for the bottom three for the Premier League, and I'll probably do Europa League as well. So it seems that, I think there's really four contenders for the Premier League. I'm going to start off in fourth, and I think the team that's going to finish off in fourth is actually going to be Arsenal. I do think Arsenal are going to get top four football this year. I do think that they are good enough, really. The signing of Alexander Lacazette should be very good for them. Yes, they've had a rocky start to the season, obviously losing to Stoke. I forgot what else they lost to. Obviously, they've just beat Bournemouth 3-0. So I think Arsenal will get top four. I do personally think that Arsene Wenger is still a very good manager, despite all of the protests from Arsenal fans, which I really think is unfair. On Arsene Wenger, it's the way he's been with the club and how good he's been for them for a multitude of years. They keep using the excuse, we've only got Champions League. You've got Champions League football every year for the past 15 years. Yes, you've had 1 year where you've got Europa League football, and there's every team in England, apart from the team in the top four, could only dream to get European football. It's truly incredible. Yeah, they're playing a lot for tickets, but at the end of the day, I think they're going to be a bit spoiled, but I do think that they'll get Champions League football this year. I do think they'll have to go to the playoff round, but I do think they'll finish in fourth this season and have a bit of a better season than last year. Then guys, the team that I'm going to go for in third position is actually going to be Tottenham Hotspur. Now I actually do think that Tottenham are gonna do quite well this season. I just think that their squad is still good, and they have improved, doing a great bit of business. Kevin Wimmer, they sold for £18 million, I think it was. I barely even heard of the lad, and then they sold, who else did they sell? So Kyle Walker, and they brought in Sergio Aurier, who's a year younger, and Davinson Sanchez, who's a lot younger than Kevin Wimmer, and they've made profit from this transfer window. Absolutely incredible. Fair play to the Tottenham manager, Tottenham chairman. You've done well in that respect. I think regarding first 11, Tottenham do have the best starting 11 in the Premier League. They just don't have the squad. I just don't think they have the squad depth. The signing of Fernando Llorente from Swansea should be a decent signing. I heard Chelsea were after him, but I'm not too sure how much he'll play. Maybe it's just Harry Kane gets injured or gets the suspension, but that's rare, But I think definitely, I do think Spurs have improved on this in this transfer window, and I do it'd be a step down actually from their second position last year. But I do think other teams around them have strengthened more than them. But I still think they'll still definitely get Champions League football, in my opinion. Then in second, guys, I'm going to go for Manchester United. Now, I think Manchester United are going to be the team that come out in second position. I don't think that they are quite good enough to win the league. Not yet, anyway. Yes, they've got arguably possibly the best manager in football at the minute. They've spent a lot of money, it's fair to say. They have spent a lot of money. There's no denying that. But I do personally think that with the transfer they've made, they have to have a better season than last year. Paul Pogba has to improve. All the players that they signed last year have to be better this year. Eric Bailly, I still don't think he's very good, but he could be decent for Manchester United. There's no doubt in that. Pogba, who had a decent season last year, he should be better for them this year. They've made so many signings. Romelu Lukaku is obviously the big standout name. He should definitely be scoring. If he can score 20 plus goals for Everton, he can definitely score 20 plus goals for Manchester United, and I do think that they'll just miss out on the top spot, but I do think they'll come in second. And then the team that I think will win the Premier League this year is going to be Manchester City. Now, your first thoughts may be thinking, where's Liverpool, where's Chelsea? I'll be getting onto them in a minute. But I just do think that with the squads these teams currently have, I do think Manchester City will just win the league title. Sergio Aguero, if he's fit, is the personally, for me, the best striker in the Premier League. Jesus is a very good young upcoming player. Leroy Sané's looking world class at the minute. All their players looking world class at the minute. Ederson's looking like a decent goalkeeper. The position that they needed to strengthen the most. I mean, Kyle Walker, he's not the best player in the world, but I struggle to think of better right backs in the Premier League at the minute. You know, he'll be decent for them. There's no denying that, and I just think that, you know, Vincent Kompany, when he's fit, is still, again, possibly the best goalkeeper. Is possibly the best centre back in the Premier League when he's fit. I think their team should absolutely cruise this season, and I think they should be getting, I think, probably 90 plus points, as well as the league title for them, and probably the FA Cup as well. And then, guys, we're going to go on to who I think will finish in 5th place. And the team that I've tipped to finish in 5th place is Chelsea. I was going to say Liverpool. Is Chelsea. A lot of people disagree with this, but I actually do think that Chelsea will miss out on Champions League football. I mean, I just don't think their team is good enough. I don't know why. I just have a vibe that Chelsea won't do as well this season as they did last year. I mean, N'Golo Kante is probably arguably their best player. I mean, yes, Alvaro Morata is doing well for them at the minute, but I don't know. There's something about Chelsea, I just think that other teams around them have strengthened a lot more than them. Maybe not Tottenham, but I do think that their starting 11 is better than Chelsea's. I just don't think that Chelsea will get to the Champions League, but they'll definitely get some form of European football, and that will be the Europa League, in my opinion. Maybe a cup to go with it as well, but, you know, and yeah, European football is still definitely safe for Chelsea this season. And then, guys, the team in 6th, you may be surprised, is going to be Liverpool for me. I mean, this isn't just going off the absolute annihilation that Manchester City got them 5-0 against them. I mean, yeah, they had Sadio Mane sent off, but that was still no excuse to be that bad in defensive duties, really. I mean, if they had better defence, then they would definitely get Champions League football, but they don't have a very good defence at all. Keeper, I don't mind Mignolet, but if Karius is playing, he's very, very, very shaky. He's pretty, he's not even average, you know, really. I don't think he's good enough. James Milner's a workhorse. For me, is borderline world class, but I don't think he's world class, really. You know, Joel Matip, Dejan Lovren, he's alright, you know. Klavan, they're okay players. Nathaniel Klein's good, but then they've not got anyone in that defensive line that you think, wow, they could do very well for Liverpool. I mean, yes, they have the midfield and attacking options, but defensively, you know, they haven't improved at all. And it's a bit, you know, I just don't think that Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool are going to get European football this. Well, I mean, they get to the qualify of the Europa League, I think, but you know, I just don't think that they'll have a good season as everyone's predicting, unfortunately, for Liverpool fans. And the teams that I'm going to go to get relegated are Swansea, who I'm going to start off with now. Now, I actually do think that Swansea will get relegated, although I think that Paul Clement's a good manager. I just don't think that he's going to be good enough to keep them up, or he might move on because he gets better offers from different places. But I mean, the signing of Renato Sanchez, Sunday fans keep going on about him. That's one player. Renato Sanchez is, yeah, he may be a lot younger, but he is nowhere near the talent of Gylfi Sigurdsson, in my opinion. Gylfi Sigurdsson is such a good player, and you know, to lose him is pretty devastating for them. I just personally don't think that Swansea are going to be able to stay up, but I do think that they'll be the 18th. You know, they might, you know, take it to the last day, but I do think that they'll get relegated. Next team is actually going to be Huddersfield. Now, I actually think Huddersfield will finish in that 19th position, mainly because, yes, he's got, what's his name? Wagner, whatever his name is, he's got manager of the month, but they are not good enough in my opinion. They're still, you know, cruising, they're on cloud 9, as I said in another video before, but I just personally don't think that they are good enough to stay in the Premier League this season, unfortunately for them. I do think that they'll finish in 19th position, but you know, they've still got a lot of money, so you know, there's a lot of positives to come out of this for Huddersfield. Then, guys, in the bottom place is actually going to be Brighton and Hove Albion. I do think that they'll finish rock bottom because they have just had a poor transfer window. I mean, some people debated that, oh, you know, they might, you know, if they've got good enough players already, but they clearly haven't. Knockout, yes, he's alright. Well, he's good in the Championship. I'd love him at Wednesday, but in the Premier League, I don't think he's cut out for it, you know. So they haven't got that striker that will get, 50. I think a striker for them with 15 goals would be perfect. I mean, they've sold Stockdale, and, he's alright. He definitely didn't deserve to get goalkeeper of the season last year, but, he's alright. I really don't think that they've strengthened, and I do think Chris Hughton will get sacked, and I do think that Brighton and Hove Albion will go straight back down, and they'll finish in 20th position. So guys, that's going to round out this video. If you did enjoy, then please like and subscribe if you haven't already for more future content from me. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.